Hello and welcome to the Daily Message. On this Thursday after Ash Wednesday, and again tomorrow, I'll be offering just some brief reflections on the scriptures of the day. The scripture readings for Lent are particularly meaningful to us in light of our Christian calling. And so throughout the season of Lent, I'll be inviting us all to carefully and slowly and prayerfully read the scripture passages that will be offered for your reflection and see how they apply to our lives. So just a couple of reflections about the gospel reading you see on the screen. First, Jesus says to his disciples that he must suffer and be rejected and be killed. Jesus is telling his disciples that their idea of who he was and who the Messiah of Israel should be were mistaken. They had thought that the Messiah would be a warrior, a king, someone who would come in power and with violence to do away with their enemies. And Jesus said, no, that's not the way I choose to live. That's not my calling. He said rather that his calling was to take up his cross. And why did he do that? Jesus took up his cross and suffered rather than fighting violence with more violence to show us the power of love. That power exists in each one of us. We have the power to love each other. We have the power within us to love even those who don't love us back. And that's why Jesus invites us to take up our cross and to follow him. Because when we do, when we suffer out of love for other people, then we will rise with Jesus in glory. And as Jesus says, it doesn't profit us at all to gain everything, but to lose ourselves. We lose ourselves when we give in to our violent and angry impulses. We are our truest self when we imitate that love that is in us, when we express that love that is in us, when we express the divinity, the divine love that God has given to each of us. Thank you so much for watching and listening today.